dear. Michelle, not oh dear, Michelle, but we were just talking about how quiet it was in here. But Michelle Steiner is here with us from Grandma's house, and this is a unique place that we have here in Harrison. And why don't you tell us all about what Grandma's house is?
Okay. Well, there's 13 children's advocacy centers in the state of Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Each one of them is an independent nonprofit, and the Children's Advocacy Center is both a place and a process. As a place, we provide a child-friendly environment in our home, which is Grandma's house, in which alleged child victims of abuse can come in to our home in that comfortable environment and tell their story of abuse or alleged abuse and receive specialized services. I'm a certified trained forensic interviewer, so the children would come in and sit with myself or our child advocate, Courtney Pillow, who's also trained, and talk to us in a very neutral, fact-finding way. There again, in that very comfortable environment that would hopefully help them to feel at ease to talk about their story. We also have a specially trained sexual assault nurse examiner who specializes in pediatrics, and she is there, and we have a special room there who's we've really gone out of our way to provide comfort in that environment for the medical exams. So we can do those exams right here in Harrison. Previous to that, the children were having to go to either Arkansas Children's Hospital or the Safety Center in Springdale.
They're already traumatized. So
absolutely. And oftentimes you get a family who's already traumatized and maybe financially burdened anyway, and to have them to take that trip, to take the day off of work and all of that comes with it, to make that trip is huge. So we're just very excited about being able to provide that service here in Harrison for our kids. We also do follow-up support and advocacy for the child and their family. Oftentimes, when the families come in, the abuse may not be the only situation going on in the home. We try to connect them with any resources available that we may have, or resources within the community that we work with the community agencies in providing those things that they need. We also work together with what we call a multiple disciplinary team. I'm also the multiple disciplinary team coordinator, and what we do when a case is being called into the child abuse hotline, there's a team of people that work with these children. We work with our main partners. We work with the Arkansas State Police Crimes Against Children Division. They handle the sexual abuse, and that's the majority of the cases that we get. We work with Department of Human Services, and we have a great relationship with the local law enforcement at the Sheriff's Office and police departments. We cover a 6-county service area, which is Boone, Newton, Madison, Carroll, Baxter, and Marion counties. So, and we coordinate the teams in 4 of those counties. So what happens is we meet together with as a team with those folks, and each of those have a different component and a piece of the puzzle. And so we kind of create a network, and that way each person knows what the other one is doing and what we can do to help one another. So that way that ensures that those children in that case doesn't fall between the cracks.
Right.
Does each one of these counties have a facility like yours?
No, sir.
Okay.
Like I said, there's 13 centers in the state of Arkansas. So we do operate. We have a house here in Harrison, and then there's the original home, which was Grandma's house out of the Merlin Foundation, is still there in Carroll County and Green Forest. So whenever we have a case that comes in for Carroll or Madison counties, instead of the child having to travel all that way, we go to them and do that there.
Okay.
There is not a medical component there at Green Forest, so if there's a need for a medical exam, we come here to Boone County.
Wow. So you get these, I'll call them clients, I guess. Would they be called? What do you classify them as, clients?
Yes, sir.
Or clients?
Yes, sir.
How are you recommended these clients? From DHS?
Right. How do you find out?
Okay. Well, what happens is when there is an allegation of child abuse and it's called into the child abuse hotline, there's a criteria in which they determine whether it meets criteria in order to be investigated. And depending on what that criteria is, it will either go to the Arkansas State Police or it will go to Department of Human Services and be assigned an investigator. the investigator would call us and set up an appointment for the interview and other services at that time. So.
Okay, and then after the initial meeting with the client, then do you follow up?
Yes.
Continue following up?
Yes, we do. We continue following up with them, and each child's case is individual. Sometimes they need a lot of help and support afterward, and sometimes they don't. So we just, depending on what that family's need is, we'll provide, and we do all kinds of stuff, from helping them get if they need a home or food, or just need gas money or clothing. We've even helped a child through community support to be able to get into some karate classes because it was a positive thing that she can do to feel powerful. So just amazing what things you can connect to with within the community that can help these children.
Now, how are you funded?
Any way we can. We're like any other nonprofit. We apply for grants, whatever grants are available to us. We very much need community support, and with us being new into the community, a lot of people don't know that about us.
Mainly financial, not.
Yes, financial, and we do have placement for volunteers if somebody has.
Okay.
And there's a lot of different things that talented people can provide for us. We have a church group in our area that provide us with the quilts so that the children, whenever they come in to have an exam, they get to take home a beautifully made quilt and a teddy bear and a nice tote sack that these wonderful people have provided. And it really, really means a lot to the kids, So not just monetary or people. There's things that people say, hey, can you use this and need it, and we certainly can. So.
And if there's people listening that want to be of help, there's contact information, I'm sure, for you, or how can they?
Yes,
contact?
Absolutely. They can call me, and we have a website that has a lot of different information as well as information for families. And that's, do you want me to tell you what
it is?
Sure. Okay. Yeah. It's www.grandmashousecac.com.
Okay.
And our phone number is 870-391-2224.
Wow.
Now, if someone is out there, know of a child that is abused, do they call you, or do you direct them somewhere else first?
If they wanted to call us for direction, we could help them. But ultimately, what they would need to do would be to call the Arkansas Child Abuse Hotline.
Okay.
And then it would eventually come to us that way. But we can assist folks to help them to know what to do. But that's where it needs to go. Or they can go to the police department or sheriff's office and start that way.
Do you know that hotline number?
Not right off.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, we'll try to get, if you're in need of that, and call the station, and we'll try to get that for you.
Okay.
All right.
Is there anything else that you want to let our viewers know about Grandma's house? Or?
You had a ribbon cutting or grand opening there not too long ago.
Well, we haven't yet. We actually got renovated by the spring, or the flood last spring, so we've been repairing our basement, and it's actually turning out so much more wonderful than it was before. So we're hoping that by April, on Child Abuse Awareness Month, that we would like to have a community open house. And it really is a place that you have to see in order to truly understand, and you don't ever really understand until you have a family come through and experience that. And we know we've done our job when the kids come in and they have the services, and we connect with them, and when they're leaving, they ask when they can come back and see us again. So that's when we know we've done our job. But we'd like to do that community open house, and hoping to do that this April.
Well, maybe you can come back in April too and talk about child abuse.
That would be wonderful.
Month.
Wonderful.
So.
Michelle, thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you for having
me. And good
me.
luck with the house. And if anybody's interested, there's some contact information up there. You can call Michelle down there, or you can go on the website. The website again is?
It's www.grandmashousecac.com.
cac.com. All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, we have Dave and Jeanette Fitton, and they're going to be here to talk about the Health Fest and the Ozark Fitness Challenge. Stay with us.